I'm sitting here getting ready for the day, and for some reason, I just felt inclined to come on here and talk about life post treatment a little bit. This isn't even like to scare other patients because I am so thankful that I'm done with treatment. That was awful, but it's more so to just show other people what it's really like because I didn't know anyone who went through cancer. And I just thought once you were done with treatment, you kind of just moved on. And it's definitely not like that at all. And I feel like I'm actually going to cry for the first time on here. But with my treatment, so I finished chemotherapy for stage 3B ovarian cancer a few weeks ago. And now I had my first post-chemo appointment yesterday, and I have to be put on a PARP inhibitor for 2 years, which is basically a daily chemo pill that can make me nauseous, fatigued on top of post-chemo fatigue. And I'll be doing that for 2 years, which in turn pushes back all of our fertility, everything. So I was actually talking with my doctor yesterday about just how I've been so anxious and like kind of depressed throughout this phase. And sadly, she said this is completely normal. Like, most people think treatment's the hardest part of it all, but she said usually the phase right after treatment is when you're the most scared, because while you're in treatment, you're just in fight or flight the whole time. And then after, you are just scared it could happen again. You kind of are just living, feeling like a recurrence could happen anytime. And that's just so scary. It just feels like a bear's chasing you and could come back and kill you any day. And she said it's the time when you feel the most disassociated from your friends and family and your life, because when you're going through treatment, everyone's checking on you and calling you and praying for you. And then once you finish, everybody thinks you're just fine. And you are really happy when you're done. And like, my videos about that were true. I was so excited to not have to go do chemo anymore. But this like mental side of it is just totally different than I ever knew. So I kind of just wanted to like educate people on that aspect, because I just don't think many people really know much about it. I'm gonna keep doing my makeup during this because I feel like it helps me not cry and keeps my mind busy a little. But another aspect of it is like going back to work or going back to exercising, and everybody just thinks you're done with treatment, you should be kind of ready to do all that, but you actually just feel more like lost than ever because you have chemo brain, you have fatigue, you are just confused, I guess. And I just feel like it took until me being done with treatment to kind of start feeling like the anger of it all. Like, while I was in treatment, I couldn't feel that angry because I was just fighting to get like through day to day. But I feel like now I'm just like so angry at the fact of like, why did this happen to me? And like, I was a healthy 30-year-old and it could happen to anyone. And it's just so scary that it could happen again. And it's just not fair. So basically this is like a video to just show people to know that being a cancer survivor is amazing, but sometimes the hardest part is actually after you already survived it. And make sure you're checking on your friends and family who have gone through this, because my doctor told me I will probably think about this every day for the rest of my life. And that's just like crazy. She said it'll be less and less. Like right now it's every second, every hour. But she said time does help, and specific therapists can help too. And just like trying to get back into a normal routine as much as possible. But yeah, I just think before all this, I thought you finish cancer treatment and you just live this perfect life after. And I just really never knew much about it and was very uneducated on it. So I wanted to share this part of it. And I do realize it's really weird that I'm talking to my phone about this and TikTok, and I'm not doing it for pity at all. I just want people to see that it's not like rainbows and butterflies after, and I want people to know how to help their friends, which is really just checking on them throughout after treatment and saying, how are you feeling about it? Like, how can I help? Just say thinking of you, or go for a walk, or keep their mind busy and stuff. I think things like that can really help. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just, for some reason, felt like I wanted to talk about this today to show that there are so many different sides of all of this. And I will have really good moments and days too. So I don't want people to think this is like phony, because it's not. It's just, I just wanted to be able to show the good, the bad, and the ugly of it all. But if you are in treatment, don't let this scare you, because this is more of the mental side of it. Like, once you're through the physical chemo, I am so thankful to be done with that, but it's just a lot to talk about. But if you are in that situation, reach out to me, because I think talking to people who have gone through it is probably the most helpful thing.